We made it. We made it. Oh my goodness. That took about 3 hours to get from the Refugio to here. That was challenging.
We're Helen and Tim Travel, a couple with the goal to see the world one mountain at a time. On our next adventure, we bring you over 5,000 miles from Portland, Oregon to Lima, Peru. We start our 2-week adventure in Lima, and our first stop is the mountain town of Huaraz, and then to Huascarán National Park, where we see the epic peaks. We are excited to bring you along.
Excited to head to Peru.
Yes, I am.
Get out of the country. First time in 2.5 years.
I know, it's been a while.
Way too long.
I feel rusty.
Made it to the airport. Looks like we were able to get access to the lounge, but we only have 25 minutes to get to our next leg, which we're going from Chicago to Miami, and then another leg. Tim decided to book us a 24-hour flight, right? We did not get any sleep at all on the red-eye flight. I'm not gonna sleep on the next flight, right?
Since it was our first international trip in almost 2.5 years, we definitely went all out. We had the Aviator Red Card where we earned over 60,000 miles each, where we were able to redeem a round-trip first-class airfare through American Airlines.
Remain open for taxi, takeoff, and landing.
Time to feast. What'd you get? The charcuterie board?
Charcuterie board and some fresh fruit.
I got the vegetarian. I think that's oatmeal. Choosing American Airlines. We made it to Miami.
So we're in the third leg of our trip. We're finally on our way to Peru, Lima specifically. We're about 3.5 hours out. We just got served lunch. Today we're having a chicken with some mushroom glaze and then a baked potato as well as a salad, and we'll get fresh rolls. This is Tim and I's first time doing round trip first class and business class together, so we're really, really excited.
Ice cream car.
Ice cream. I've heard people talk about this before.
Yeah? And you're finally getting it?
Airlines Sunday.
There we go. Now you got it. Almost, what is it, 16 hours on the road? We finally made it.
After many, many hours
We left
on a train, in a lift, on planes.
We left about midnight Oregon time, and now we are about 5 p.m. local time here in Peru. Go through immigration.
Lima is located in the central coastal region of the country. It is also the capital city of Peru. It is home to over 9 million people in its metropolitan area. It's the 5th largest city in South America, and also a third of Peru's population calls Lima home.
Made it to Lima, our cute little hotel, before we embark on a 9-hour bus ride to Huaraz tomorrow. Cheers!
This is made with yellow chili, cheese, cracker, and guacatay.
Okay.
Guacatay is a Peruvian herb, right? Cracker, peanuts, and a little bit of guacatay, the herb.
Okay.
Right?
So spicy, no spicy. Okay, thank you. Tim's already dug in. It's getting late. It's like 10 o'clock at night. It's way too late. So we came back to our hotel room after dinner, and they had slipped these warm water rubber things to heat our beds. Like, what? That is amazing service. water bladders. This blanket wasn't here either, so they came in while we were out. So cool.
We stayed one night in Lima. It was recommended to us to stay 45 minutes outside of town in a cute artistic and coastal town called Miraflores. There was surfing as well as great restaurants, and right next door was the city of Barranco, which is also great and well known for their coffee shops. Morning YouTube family, so today we are finally in our first full day in Lima. We flew in yesterday. We had almost a 24-hour through Portland connecting to Chicago to Miami to Lima. We did fly first class, so that was really nice to be able to experience that and have a nice comfy seat. But today we're going to be going on a walking tour, just taking in the sights, and after this we're going to be heading to the mountains of Huaraz and then Cusco.
Last night we went out to dinner at a place that was recommended by our host here, and it was outstanding. We went to this restaurant that was recommended called Panchita. The food was amazing. We had the ceviche, which Lima is known for, which is Peru's national dish. It was the best ceviche that I've ever had, and it turned out to be an excellent recommendation. We were even deciding whether to go back there tonight. Just make sure that you make reservations for these restaurants whenever you're traveling, because there was a lot of people walking in that already had reservations and it was quite busy.
Gonna go on a walking tour here in a little bit.
Yeah.
I think you learn about a lot about a culture based on just the grocery store in general.
It's always great to learn about the culture and history when you're in the first couple days of visiting a new country. We booked a tour through Airbnb Experience with this guy named Jared, and he was fantastic in showing us around downtown Lima. We actually originally booked a Miraflores tour, but we accidentally booked the Lima downtown tour, which is all right, but it was still just a surprise, and we were happy to check out central Lima.
No, I guess I don't see any like demonstrations now. On the way back, we'll come through here. We might see like some little political rallies or something.
I love things like this.
Yeah, it's been a cool little spot. I mean, these kind of shops you will find all over the country. I should bring
Dog sleeping on the job.
Cerro San Cristobal, which is the highest point in Lima, and in all of like the hills of Lima, they put the cross on them, basically like as the closest point to God. They're putting the cross down. There's like 20 or 30 crosses all over. Most of Europe, it's like this. You can just go and touch the government building. It's not a big deal.
So we are in the city center of Lima, Peru, and you can see the presidential palace here, as well as some other significant buildings that were built in the 1800s. And there's a lot of history, as well as just a lot of municipal buildings. It's actually blocked off by police officers right now. You can still get in and out, but there's some demonstrators in the area that we have to be cautious about. But yeah, it's really cool just to see the history and be among the locals here in Lima, Peru.
The hairless dog.
So our tour guide told us that this was based off of Catholic women who used to hide essentially their look of themselves, and it's kind of cool.
It's a lot of like these weird abstract ideas, like the foot within the foot within the foot within the foot. Yeah.
Turno 20 horas con 50. Sírvase abordar el bus por la puerta de embarque.
This is the bus we're taking to Huaraz. 9 hours on this thing. They have lay flat seats for 9 hours, and we'll see how that goes. There's a bathroom as well. So.
Thank goodness, yes.
But I plan on sleeping the whole time, but we'll see how loud and how
swervy the roads are, maybe?
can't be worse than being on a plane though, right?
It would probably be like sleeping on a boat, as my
Oh god, I hope not. It's a double decker though, so we'll see. About to board the bus. Going to Huaraz. Is our bag there? Yeah, our bags are there. So we go upstairs.
Yeah, we can do.
Here's the lower level. Here's the bathroom. It's kind of small. Tim and I are up on the upper floor. Ooh, this is cushy.
Blinds like pulled already.
Yeah. Ready to go. We made it to Huaraz, but I'm feeling motion sickness.
Yeah, it was pretty tough because we couldn't see out. All the blinds were pulled, and so definitely had that feeling of motion sickness, especially after 9 hours and sleeping, and it was hot.
Tim definitely fared well compared to me. I didn't feel as good, and on the way back on our 9-hour bus ride, we're totally going to take Dramamine, and then hopefully we'll feel much better. All right, we're going to get our day started and hopefully finally get in a hike here in Huaraz. But yeah, we'll catch you later. Hey there. Also, there's a cute puppy over there. I'm gonna go say hi later. We had gone to the wrong hotel originally. They all have the same names.
Same.
The view from our room in Huaraz. So cute. You can see the mountains in the distance. It's day 1 and we're gonna go for a little hike. Home base for about 4-ish days, and yeah, not tomorrow night. I guess we are going up to a Refugio. This is the terrace of our hotel in Huaraz. Look how stunning this is.
You've got glaciated peaks over there, down there.
The next stop of our Peruvian adventure takes us a 9-hour bus ride to Huaraz, the capital of the Ancash region. It's a mountain town that sits at over 10,000 feet tall, so 3,000 meters, and it's nestled at the foothills to the entrance of the Huascarán National Park.
There. And then 9 de septiembre, autobús at 3 p.m. Okay.
Day 1 in Huaraz. Pretty much an acclimatization day for us. We're over 10,000 feet. Definitely feeling it, just walking through the streets of this area. Getting our things taken care of, like renting some gear. We last minute signed up for an ice climbing tour, so that's gonna be fun. Oh, let's get a taxi up there.
Which is why I went to the bathroom twice.
You're on video.
Hopefully you got that on video.
Yeah, I did. The realistic parts of travel, having some GI issues. Been dealing with that for a couple days. Not sure if it's just from all the different types of foods I've been eating, ceviche, octopus. But not the safest choices before going to altitude and mountain towns. All we do is hike and eat. Remember, we're getting shirts made at some point.
It's pretty accurate, isn't it?
Taking our bus to Laguna 69 hike today. Oh, it's like 5 a.m. Another somewhat alpine start.
The best way to get from Huaraz to Huascarán National Park is booking a 2.5-hour private taxi or bus tour.
I heard mint is good at soothing your stomach if you're not feeling well, and mine hasn't been the last few days since I've gotten here. I've had a lot of gastrointestinal pain, not so much having diarrhea. I know that's TMI, but you know, as a traveler, you just need to be careful of what you're eating and consuming. And in Peru, drinking the water here is not so much safe from the tap. You need to buy bottled water or have it boiled. But anyways, hopefully I feel better in the next few days.
And honestly, it was really hard to book transportation, so you just have to be persistent in town. And just a heads up, the National Park Pass entrance fee is not included, so make sure you plan ahead and bring cash with you.
So honey, where are we right now?
We are in the middle of nowhere.
Walking on dirt road.
We had our bus drop us off, and
see where the road takes us. No, we know where we're going.
Luckily, we do know where we are going. So
we're just outside of Huaraz, and we are at the Parque Nacional
Huascarán? Yeah, something like that. But so we had the bus drop us off earlier than the trailhead because there's some beautiful lakes here in the valley, and we just wanted to spend some time and put some extra miles in as a little warm up. So
yeah,
I mean it's a beautiful valley.
Yeah, just have to get used to this altitude, and I'd rather start on flat ground and work our way up before we start having to ascend pretty good.
Yeah, like right now we're starting at 12,500 feet of elevation. We're only gonna go up from here.
Excited to have you all along for our adventure in our first trek of Peru. We're over here. We gotta get up to that refugio. And tomorrow we're gonna explore Lake 69. First Guanaca. Just love llamas. Where's the alpaca? Llama. Hi.
It is recommended to take 2 days to trek from Refugio Peru to Laguna 69. It's across 14 miles and over 4,000 feet of elevation gain.
So today we're hiking up to the Refugio Peru. Tomorrow morning we'll get up early and then we'll head out to Laguna 69. So we're gonna beat everyone else that starts, because a lot of people just do it in a day hike, but we're gonna get there for a sunrise, hopefully get some great shots.
And what a refugio is essentially it's a mountain hut. You hike up to it. You do have to bring your own sleeping bags. They do serve hot food and drinks, which is kind of cool. We're just excited to have a refugio tonight, and yeah, it'll be a lot of beautiful scenery. Looks like a couple miles in, there's a ticket checkpoint, but there's nobody there today. And then some more baños, some more bathrooms. Nice to have some services along the way. Nice little established area in case you need to get in one before heading up the pass. Our refugio is up in that area, but the trail veers to the left. Boy, seems so far away. It said 2 hours. There's no way. 2 hours you'd be going at a pretty good pace. I think at this point it's gonna take us 3 hours. So we're about 13,000 feet in elevation, and I feel like we've barely gotten off the river, not even 500 feet, and I feel like I'm already getting my ass kicked. So if you do come out here, make sure you climb some mountains. Let's go. So we have about 1,000 feet of elevation gain left. Holy crap. It is quite the jaunt up here.
Yeah, the elevation definitely makes it difficult to breathe, so you gotta stop, take a lot of breaks, rest.
Stupid fly, get off. Damn flies.
But the scenery is stunning. I mean, it's beautiful around. There's hanging glaciers across the valley. There's waterfalls. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the hike up. A little bit of suffer for long-term gains. I'm sure some of you have some trail snacks that lift you right up. Guess what I brought? These are the 100th edition watermelon ones. Have not tried them yet though. Let you know how they are. On a snack break before our final push, well, can't say that. I'm sure we'll take about 6 to 10 more breaks, right?
Situated in the Cordillera Blanca, or White Mountains, Huascarán National Park has over 84,000 acres. It is in the heart of the world's highest tropical mountain range in the central Peruvian Andes. It has over 27 snow-capped peaks, and also in the 16th century it was named by Incan leader Huascar.
Wow. So beautiful. The suckfest is over for now.
For now, yeah. So we pretty much made it up most of the elevation that we have to get. We can see the refugio in the distance. We're at 15,100 feet right now of elevation, and boy was it tough. We had to take breaks. I counted about every 75 steps. The lack of oxygen was definitely a new challenge for even us seasoned hikers. It's beautiful up here. I can't wait to get some footage of the mountain peaks that surround this place. This is amazing. Yeah, we gotta eat. Have not eaten lunch So we just spotted some llamas on the trail, which just so happens to be one of Helen's favorite animals, so she's really excited. We're going to try to get up closer to them because the trail goes right by them.
I'm so excited. These are like one of my favorite animales, and they're just so fluffy and cute, and I just want to like pet one, but I know it'll spit on me, so. Maybe I need a break. Been like this all afternoon.
Last drive.
Okay, we can do it.
Sitting at over 4,660 meters or 15,000 feet is Refugio Peru or Pisco hut. It has over 60 beds. It costs about $10 USD per night. They serve hot breakfast, lunch, and dinner, a working toilet, and also there is central heating, which is spectacular when you're this high, but it is a great base camp for people climbing Nevado Pisco.
Made it to the Refugio Peru. We are at 15,300 feet of elevation, so that's where we'll be spending it for the rest of the night. We'll get up bright and early tomorrow morning and then head out to Laguna 69. So far the hike today, we did 2,700 feet of ascent, and it took us about four and a half hours roughly to do that, and it was just because we had to take so many breaks because the elevation. But it's beautiful up here, and we're just going to kind of check it out. We're going to go inside and try to get a couple beds for the night.
And lunch.
And eat lunch.
I'm not gonna even think about another hike right now. Maybe later. Take off our shoes before we go in. Have to keep things clean. These are the sandals that we wear, right?
Yep. Not comfortable, but they're functional, I guess. It's good to get out of the hiking shoes.
Keeps the dirt out.
They're climbing clubs, they're alpine clubs.
Just picked our beds. Setting up our beds for the night. Home for the night. So the dormitories are right through there. Downstairs is the kitchen. Here's 2 bathrooms. It's pretty warm. Lead straight outside to the mountains. Wow. There's even heat in the bathrooms. There aren't any showers, but you can always rinse off in the sink if you need to. Oh my goodness, I'm just gonna stand here all night. It's so warm, it's so cozy. After our siesta, we're gonna go up this pass to try to get some cool drone shots. Wow. So stunning, but the air is fairly thin, and going up that scree field is sure gonna be a suckfest.
So climbers come up to climb Nevado Pisco, which is that peak that's right there above this massive moraine wall. So we're just going to follow this trail up here to the left just to get up on top of the moraine, because it looks like it's going to have some beautiful views of these mountains. Well, this is a great end for day 1 of the Laguna 69 trek.
Yeah.
We hiked up here. This is like 15,600 feet in elevation, and we're looking at the Pisco, Nevado Pisco. We got lots of glaciers behind us. We have this awesome glacier moraine.
There's a lot of alpine climbing. A lot of mountaineers come here and climb.
The weather's been great overall, and it's been a really good day. It's been a really tough day because of the elevation, but
and the great payoff is you won't have anybody else really up here, because it is really that much of a isolated area, because you have to hike up so much in elevation.
Yeah.
So why did it just turn off?
Because it does that.
Oh, that's weird.
Let's go back to the Refugio, clean up ourselves,
and get a good dinner.
Pretty awesome experience, huh?
Yeah, this Refugio is really cool. I mean,
Such an adventurous thing to do.
it reminds me of when we climbed Mount Rainier and we had to stay in the bunkhouse, but much more comfortable.
Way more spacious.
Yeah.
I think there should only be a handful of people up here tonight based on seeing one person's bag over there and then a couple climbers just coming in. Feeling great this morning. Not. Dealt with a little bit of altitude sickness. Hopefully we'll feel better once we're on the road.
These are clear though.
So good morning. After a pretty rough night last night, both Helen and I had some minor altitude sickness, or should we call it mild altitude sickness symptoms. We had headache, a little bit of nausea, cotton mouth. It was a rough night, and we couldn't get any good consistent sleep, so I just kept tossing and turning most of the night. But we feel better this morning now that we're moving again. We are heading out to Laguna 69 and then back down to the valley.
Morning views, getting started on day 2.
Probably one of the hardest hikes we've ever done. It's really no joke.
Yeah.
Not gonna sugarcoat it.
At least we're surrounded by beauty. I mean, look behind us there.
Haven't seen a soul this morning. Made it to the high point. It's a little windy, a little chilly. I'm gonna get some gloves on.
All right, so right now we're at the highest point. We're at 15,860 feet of elevation. We have stunning panoramic views all around us. We're exhausted. We both have headaches. We're nauseous. All those little symptoms of altitude sickness. So we are super excited to start our descent. From here on out, we're gonna descend down to Laguna 69, then down to the valley floor. We're gonna get some warmer clothes on and grab a snack. Let's go. Come on, go. Go on. Go on. Thank you. Oh, that's a cutie. That's a cutie.
If you wanted to hike to Laguna 69, it is very popular, so make sure you get an early start. It's about an 8.5-mile round trip and 5 or so hour trek. It is one of over 400 lakes as part of Huascarán National Park, and it's also a designated UNESCO Biosphere Reserve and World Heritage Site.
Came across this ancient structure. Looks like old homes, doesn't it? We'll have to look it up when we get home. If you know what it is, let us know. We made it back to the meadow where we started from to get up to Refugio Peru. Wow, what a butt kicker. Won't be doing that again.
It was pretty amazing overall. I mean, it really was. The sights and everything.
Oh, the glaciers.
Yeah.
And for the most part, you don't see anybody when you're out in the backcountry, only when you're doing the hike up to Laguna 69, which is way more frequented with tour bus companies bringing patrons there. But yeah, if you want the road less traveled and have just the mountains to yourself, going up to Refugio Peru is definitely worth it, but we're warning you, it is effing tough.
Thanks so much for tuning in to the first video of our Peru Mountains series. On our next adventure, we take you to the summit of Pico Mateo. It was actually an unplanned climb, more on that later, but we're excited to show you the glaciers of Peru in the northern Andes. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hit that like button if you enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get notifications of future videos. We'll see you on the next trail.